you doing there, folks? Baiters here with another Top 10. Today we're going to look at the top 10 new features you need to know about in Fallout 76. Now remember, if you like this video, to smack down on that like button, because every time someone likes this video, a baby ghost, aka a ghost baby, learns to do pottery with Demi Moore. Now go ahead and dick tickle a water noodle, and let's get to average baiting, baby. At number 10, we've got private servers. Now, many people were wondering whether or not at some point they would be able to play Fallout 76 by themselves on their own server, so they could really have that single-player experience they enjoy from the other Fallout and Elder Scrolls games. Now, even though it was confirmed before that they would be releasing private servers at some point in the future, it's always nice to get further confirmation that private servers will be a priority. I mean, online games are a lot of fun, but sometimes it's nice to just jump in a private server and just fucking chill for a minute without Joe Blow kicking you in the balls over and over and over again for no reason. Todd Howard did confirm again at QuakeCon that private servers will definitely be a thing in Fallout 76, just not right from the hop. It will take them time to implement the private server feature, but it will be something that will come eventually. And yes, once private servers come to Fallout 76, so will modding. So for those of you who are like me and love to mod Fallout and Elder Scrolls games, you'll be able to mod Fallout 76 eventually once the private servers are up and running. So don't go and get your panties in a knot, because all that stuff will be coming to Fallout 76 in the future. I rate this feature 1 ostrich being chased by a hungry cheetah.
Oh no, not like this! Oh God! Oh, somebody please! Oh, for the love of fuck!
At number 9, we've got global voice chat. Now, communication on online games can be really important, and as we know, you'll be able to communicate with people in squad online in Fallout 76. But what if you want to chirp people who aren't in your squad? Maybe you just want to fuck with Gary from some shrubs. Mindfuck him by pretending you're actually a talking shrub that will grant him wishes. Fucking Gary, that idiot. Well, in Fallout 76, you will have that option. You will be able to turn on global voice chat if you so desire, so you can chit-chat with anyone you come in contact with, regardless of whether they're in your squad or not. Now, if you don't like this feature because someone keeps yelling racist shit at you for no reason, you can just shut it off just as easy. Which is good, because if the role-playing is strong in Fallout 76, it will be fun to interact with people in the servers. But if the role-playing is really weak, then it can be nice to just turn that shit off. You know, so you don't have to hear someone yell hateful shit for an scrupious amount of time. I made that word up in scrupious, but it sounds nice. It sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And we don't want people to yell at us for an unscrupulous amount of time, do we? No, we fucking do not. I rate this feature 1, well, I think this picture's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? I mean, it's a toddler holding a blow-up doll. What more do you need to know? At number 8, we've got destroying player settlements. Now, you will be able to destroy player settlements in Fallout 76. Todd Howard described this as an anti-griefing tactic, though, in the sense that if you weren't able to destroy player settlements, then they would be just able to build a settlement around you and trap you in like a man-sized gerbil in a cage, creating what some people might call a virtual fuck you prison. So in order to combat this griefing tactic, settlements will be able to be damaged by other players. However, players damaging your settlements will not be a major pain in the bum cheeks. No. Apparently, it's really easy to fix broken shit. So there's no need to stress when someone comes rampaging through your love nook. Now, if parts of your settlement are completely destroyed, you'll be able to rebuild them in a jiffy because of the new blueprint system, which allows you to rebuild and move your settlements with ease. Either way, settlements can be damaged, but it's no sweat because nothing can be permanently lost. So if Jimmy shoots your bird bath with a bazooka, it's okay. You can stop crying, okay? Because you'll just get a new bird bath to watch birds bathe like a real pervert, okay? Like a bird pervert, you know? I rate this feature 1 guy who drank so much, he tried to fight a bear.
Don't worry, fellas. I got this. Just hold my beer.
At number 7, we've got fast travel. Now, fast travel will be a thing in Fallout 76. However, it won't work exactly like it did in previous Fallout games. Now, the map and everything on it will be open right from the hop, but Bethesda doesn't want people just jumping all over the map willy-nilly. No. Bethesda games are a lot about exploration, so therefore fast travel has some pros and cons. The pro is that you'll be able to travel anywhere you want on the map right from the hop, as soon as you emerge from Fallout 76. However, the con is that it's going to cost you a number of caps, depending on how far a location is away from you in the game. This to me is a lot like the carriage system in Skyrim, in that it will take you anywhere you want to go, but the further the location is away from your position, the more it will cost you in caps to go there. Now obviously, if you're a brand new spawn, fresh out of Vault 76, you won't be able to travel all the way to the edge of the map. As soon as your virgin lips breathe in fresh air. No, you'll have to collect some money first so you can do that, alright? However, Vault 76 itself will cost 0 caps to fast travel to, no matter where you are on the map. So even if you find yourself right into the bum crevice of the map, you'll still be able to go back to the start, free of charge. I rate this feature 1 cat, who's only got 8.5 lives.
Yes, I fell right out of the bathtub, okay? Yes, it was embarrassing. Yes, okay? It hurt a lot.
At number 6, we've got starting a fight in PvP. As we all know by now, there will be player versus player in Fallout 76. But how does it all work, you might be wondering in your big old squishy brains right now. Yes. Well, at QuakeCon, we definitely got more answers on how PvP will work in Fallout 76. Basically, if you want to fight someone in PvP, you'll have to initiate a duel with that person, which is like hypothetically bitch slapping them in the mouth until they get really pissed off and they want to drop gloves with you, center ice, and full send it. Hitting a player that is not in duel mode with you will only do minimal damage, but it will give them the opportunity to go in duel mode with you, which is confirmed by shooting back, I do believe. Or clapping back, as the kids are calling it nowadays. You know? Clapping back. Anyways. However, once your character is in duel mode, the battle will be much more engaging, and damage will seem equivalent to that of normal gameplay. Players can refuse duel mode simply by ignoring someone shooting at them and walking away like a real puss. But what's to stop that person from following you around and continuing to do mini damage on you until you die, you might be wondering? Nothing. There's absolutely nothing to stop someone from doing that, okay? People could still stalk and mini bitch slap you until you die, if they are super committed to being a dick. However, that will end up giving them a bounty, which I'll talk about in a minute. But what about balance in duel mode? Will a level 100 just squish everyone's penis on the server, or will smaller levels still have a chance? The answer is that it's any man's game in duel mode, and that there will be a balance among all player levels to a degree. Now, there will still be an advantage to having good power armor and weapons, but a knife can still kill someone in power armor, and a level 1 can still kill a level 100 if they outplay them. The higher level player will still have some advantages, but it won't be impossible by any means to take them down. However, if you do manhandle a higher level, then you will be given higher loot or rewards for doing so. So there is an incentive to want to fight higher leveled players. I rate this feature the face you make when you realize you're a shirtless baby in a tiny wagon.
Why am I here? Why is this happening? Why is that guy photographing this? Why is this happening to me? Hey, you, stop that! Stop that right now!
At number 5, we've got the bounty system in PvP. And we talked about this in the previous feature when it comes to fighting people in PvP. Obviously, some people are going to want to opt out of PvP and just not engage with other players in combat. However, there may be that one person who is like obsessed with you and will just follow you around doing mini damage on you until you die. Like I mentioned before, this will give that person a bounty. But what is a bounty though, right? Well, a bounty is exactly like it sounds. It will reward other players in the server with caps for killing this player in the game. However, the caps that are rewarded for killing that player are taken directly from the player that has the bounty on them. Also, once the bounty is given, the player with the bounty will be highlighted on the map for everyone else to see, and no amount of crouching will make them disappear. So they'll be what we like to call a juicy person to hunt and kill. Therefore, being a penis in Fallout 76 will only have negative features for the person being a chud. Will this completely stop people from being a dick? Probably not, but it will definitely deter them, so that's kinda nice. I rate this feature one owl that likes to fart in busy elevators and passively blame whoever gets off first.
Yeah, I do that.
At number 4, we've got death in PvP. Now, death in player versus player combat does come with some consequences. Now, it's definitely not as serious as games like Rust or DayZ, where you lose all your shit and end up crying yourself to sleep on the toilet again, but there are some negative side effects to getting killed in Fallout 76. When you get killed in Fallout 76 during a PvP interaction, you will drop all your junk. Now, don't let the name fool you. Even though it's called junk, all that shit is actually pretty useful in the game. Junk is used to build up your settlements, make new items, weapons, and armor. Also, some junk can be really rare to find, so it can be a real kick in the jelly beans if you lose it all in one go. However, junk is the only thing that will be affected when you die, meaning you will not lose any level progression, armor, weapons, etc., as all that stuff will be fixed to your character. Furthermore, you can store all your junk in your settlements and at numerous places around the map, so that when you get killed, you don't lose your shit. So although getting killed in Fallout 76 isn't great, it's definitely not enough to leave you crying like a man baby, wondering, what if? What if? You know, what if I just didn't go down that alley? You know?
I still have all my shit! That's what!
I rate this feature one monkey, perving hard as fuck against the glass window.
Oh, Billy, my nipples are swollen ready.
At number 3, we've got ignore or block players. Now sometimes, people can be dicks on the internet. Go to any comment section ever on the internet and you'll see what I mean. Even when you think you're in an innocuous part of the internet where everyone's talking about homemade jello and pies, you'll still have that one troll that calls Jenny a dick canoe because she likes the wrong color jello. It's just the way the internet works. However, don't worry because Fallout 76 has some safeguards in place so the other people don't completely ruin your overall experience of the game. Now, as we all know, griefing is annoying as balls. Where there is a will, there is a way. And people will always find a way to grief in one way or another. Well, don't worry, because in Fallout 76, if someone's being a real dick cheese, then you'll be able to block and ignore them. And by doing so, they will no longer be able to see you on the map or engage with you in any way. This is an interesting feature that will be interesting to see how it works in the game and see whether or not it keeps people from being giant ass clowns on the server. I rate this feature one dog that's completely lost its marbles.
My favorite color's polka dot!
At number 2, we've got sneaking in PvP. Now, most online games where you show up on the minimap, they take away a lot of the immersion of an interactive environment in the sense that anyone can just find you wherever you are and just snuff you out, which is a bummer for sure. Now, even though Fallout 76 will show everyone on the server on the minimap, there will be ways to hide on the map so that everyone doesn't know your current location. The most common way to do this will be to go into sneak mode, which is basically crouching down and walking a little slower. Now, when you do this in Fallout 76, your icon will no longer appear on the map, so other players will not know where you are unless they're looking right at you. Sneaking obviously won't make you invisible if you're standing right in front of another player. Now, this will make sneaking in Fallout 76 a really useful tool, one that's sure to be a lot of fun in a PvP situation. Now, obviously, you'll be a lot slower while you're in sneak mode, so it'll make exploration of the map kind of impossible if you're in sneak mode all the time, like a smelly fart. But if you do choose to go in sneak mode, you will definitely have the element of surprise. I rate this feature one guy who tried to tree climb to safety.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't think you were a jumper.
And at number 1, we've got the new Perk System. Now, the Perk System in Fallout 76 works a lot like other Fallout games in the sense that when you level up, you gain a special and a perk. However, the perks are given to you in the terms of cards rather than points. Now, the biggest difference between a card and a point is that you can equip and unequip cards to suit your playstyle at any given time. This is not something that you could do in previous Fallout games. Once you picked a perk, you were kind of stuck with it. Now, you can also have a lot more cards in your inventory than you have equipped at any given time. Now, each card requires a certain amount of perk points to use, as well as it requires the necessary special stats to equip. So even if you have a card, you might not be able to use it if you don't have the necessary special points to equip it. Or maybe it uses too many special points and you want to equip different perk cards instead that use less special points so you can get a more diverse build. That's going to be up to you though, but you'll have that option to change and interchange them throughout your playthrough. Now, certain perk cards can now be shared with friends as well, and some perks are only good for solo play. The best thing about these new perk cards is that you'll be able to switch them out willy-nilly, depending on what you're doing at the time. Now, if all your friends just left you because you couldn't stop farting in your hand and blowing it in their face, then you'll be able to equip a lot of solo perks. However, if you're what my parents might call a people person, then you might want to equip perks that benefit the whole group rather than just you. Either way, this is a really cool new system that they added into Fallout 76, and I'm really eager to try it out. I rate this feature one chicken who's been up all night, just jerking off.
Don't judge me.
Thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to bitch slap that subscribe button like it's 3 weeks behind on your rent. Bitch! Where's the money, bitch? Where's the money?
Where is it?
Also, go ahead and hit that bell icon too, because apparently YouTube thought there should be extra steps. Why not, right?
I'd like to subscribe, but first I have to click this and do this. Oh, it needs an email. All right, and this. Okay, fuck. Just tell me when he's uploading. Fuck!
Once you do all that, if you're lucky, at the stroke of midnight, a tiny little Averagebaters fairy might come and tickle your butthole. Also, if you want to see another top 10 similar to this one, then go ahead and click that sexy little icon at the bottom left of the screen. And I hope to see you all again next time for another top 10.